The great master Orson Welles once said, "You cannot make a great film without meticulous planning." Our production started in New York. I had contracted two of the world's leading pornographers and creators of genital prosthetics. They invited me and my little German crew into the Manhattan-based workshop. But what is the right material to make a vagina with? I needed to be very specific about the genital's realism, because I knew that critics would destroy my film if the vagina wouldn't fulfill their idea of female genitae. This was no good. I was looking at a lump of cloth that would make it impossible for my actress to perform with the full range of her sensuality. We had to make a second prototype. With specialized agility experiments, we established a shape that allowed full movement. Here, the designer is demonstrating the finished prototype. At that moment I understood that we had found it. We had created perfection. Gabriel Garcia Marquez describes the light of Mexico as giving divine sensuality to a woman's skin. And so it seemed to me. As the location for my essentially female film, Mexico was the natural choice. But there was something about the architecture that wasn't right. I wanted to show more space. In my head, there was a vision of a sexuality that respires pure freedom. So we ended up choosing the countryside exteriors. Here you see my assistant going through the actions and trying some of the lines that I have written for the film. For the opening shot, I needed a camera traveling that was smooth and precise, yet with a setup that was small enough to fit into the flower tunnel. The only crew that could offer a convincing solution was a high-end studio in the Swiss Alps. With this setup, I had full control over the movement of the camera to create the most important moment of the film, the opening shot. It's always a pleasure when you have a highly skilled and motivated crew to work with.
Das hier, dieses Kompendium, habe ich ursprünglich für die Firma Ari in München entwickelt. Das ist eine von einer 16 mm Rolex abgewandelt. Das ist Precise Working, stimmt bis auf ein μ genau.
Genau.
Genau. That means precisely.
Man, there is no way of synchronizing this sound. Take it away.
Sorry.
Take it away. Action, please.
Tiki tiki, tiki 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 tiki. Joy.
In the film, there will be a vagina who is shooting a commercial for a product called Joy. She is a kind of diva figure, so the casting was vitally important.
How did you really get to become a pussy actress?
Well, I've been vagina acting since a very young age. I just think that up until this very moment, no one really recognized my talent, and it takes someone as talented as you to see through all of the subtle exterior and get to the real core of the matter, you know? And I just want to say I'm really excited to be here on such a different, new project. So, yeah, I hope we can talk more later.
Meanwhile, the costume designers have established the perfect material, and also the naturalistic colors that I had envisioned for the internal labia had been found. We were ready to go. The first contact with the alien vagina was difficult, but soon the actress would find ways to make us laugh, and the mood changed for the better.
Yes. Yes.
Well, this shoot is badly conceived, poorly executed, and altogether a big false promise of what might happen. But I have to say, I have a bit of cariño for the people involved, and you know, you want to help them, you want to push them along. I think it will eventually bring them a certain amount of pleasure, joy, perhaps.
Note the way that the actress unconsciously uses the word joy in her discourse. As if a certain magic would flow from the word, her very attitude began to change from this point onwards.
Whatever you can catch.
She had found the character. Now we had to act quickly. A last check on the labia, and after weeks of toil, we were now ready to go.
I have to clap it? You don't get it, do you? Man, there is no way of synchronizing this sound. Take the ball away. Take it away. Action, please. Go.
Ticky, 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 ticky. Joy.
Behind the boom and Sean, we gotta do it again. Oh, Jesus, guys, please concentrate. We're gonna be here all day. And you, baby, great, but we need more of everything. We need more passion.
Okay.
We're doing joy here,
Yeah,
okay?
you're right.
And can you talk to the TV guys now?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Okay, man, make it quick. Make it quick, you guys, okay?
Okay, I'm rolling.
Okay. Hi. I'm just gonna be really honest with you. I think this whole shoot is just a really bad idea. Not to offend anyone, but the whole idea of filming someone like me in this way is silly. And to try to sell... Thanks, darling. And to use my image to try to sell something so precious as joy, that's just trying to trick people, to shock them. I think they made it really too easy for themselves. I mean, let's face it. You put someone like me in front of a camera and there you have it. It's a shock value. But it's neither very original nor clever. I just get a feeling that whoever wrote the script didn't even really think about what joy actually is. Joy or delight or some sort of ecstasy you might find in things. All of that is such a personal experience. And this director is diluting it and making it commonplace. My image is too obvious, too much for that. I mean, yeah, of course it fits. I don't know if anyone would actually ask me, not that they would, I'd say for me, joy would be something as simple as just fresh air, space. That's joyful. Feeling the rush of air on you and taking everything in. It's... and your mind just goes blank. It's freedom. Yeah, I just said something just as banal. I suppose freedom is just as obvious as a concept, but it could also be something that's totally opposite from what everybody else thinks. It's something you discover and you have to go after it. You have to let it come to you, and then there it is, and it's rapture and it's ecstasy, and of course it's just about sex also, but it depends on taste. Maybe it's sweet love, but maybe it's just screwing your fucking brains out, and it's bliss, and it's blissful, and you go again and again, and woo-hoo, it's just jumping up and down, and you're losing touch with the ground. Whatever, rampage, doing it now, yeah, and crazy, wild pleasure.
Sweetie, calm down.
Okay.
Get ready. We're going for another one, okay? Get ready.
Okay.